Hello, Sag. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. I'm Amanda. This is going to be your reading for August 2019, starting at the time of the new moon in Leo on July 31st. So, right off the bat, I feel we have a work situation here. We've got the Knight of Coins and the Ten of Coins. Let me scooch up so that you can see this. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Coins. This is a card of growth, prosperity. You see this beautiful archway creating a structure that contains a blooming garden where lots of people are working together and it's all going really, really well. All right. This is sort of like the dream because we're at the 10. But then over here we have this Knight of Pentacles, and the way I'm seeing this Knight of Pentacles for you right now, Sag, an interesting message is coming through. So with this Knight, you can see that it's a wolf. It has a wolf head, but it's a statue. See how its base is attached to stone? It's almost like this stone figure. And the specific image I got, because we've got lots of earth in the background. This is an earth card, Pentacles, dealing with the material realm. And here's your like mountain that you want to create or climb. And here you are in the foreground, and the image I got was somebody drilling you down into the ground. I know that's really specific and kind of intense imagery, but that's what I got. I got that you're being like drilled down into the earth, almost like over here. See that? You're being like drilled deep, 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 deep down into the earth. Now, I just have to adjust this. Pardon me. It's gonna bug me. Okay. There's a couple of things to be said about this. You know, as we know, there is wealth to be had in the core of the earth. But the feeling that I got from this was like, almost like trying to bury you, or you're feeling buried, or you're feeling like pushed down by something work-related. Something that you're trying to create, something that you're trying to grow, something that you're trying to build, and it's just like drilling you down. I'm also getting that you're up in your head. The Five of Swords is coming out, a card of conflict. As you can see, there's lots of knives coming in, daggers coming in from all over the place. And this field, this globe here, made me imagine your head. It's like all up in your head, all these swords coming in, all these different ideas from all these different angles. It's just like coming in and like, creating a lot of conflict in your head about this. The air card also flew out with that, and I was really drawn to these clouds. And it's almost like, you know, this card is really beautiful and interesting because it's sort of like, which way does it go? You know, technically it's designed to be looked at vertically in the context of this card, but it's like, is that the horizon? Is that the earth and that's the clouds? You know, it's things are a bit topsy-turvy, which is definitely how it feels for you here in this situation. And we have more clouds with the Knight of Wands. See all these black clouds? It's like clouds of smoke from the fire. Sag, this is you, all right? This is also your energy. Fire. This is you finding a tiny bit of something to stand on in all this smoke. And you're just like bursting through the smoke, bursting through, coming out, charging out from these clouds. So I see you getting out of this mental confusion. I see you getting out of this place of being all up in your head. I see you getting out of this place of being like drilled down by this situation. So let's get some more clarity here and try to figure out what this situation is exactly. High Priestess. High Priestess is a card of dropping down into your intuition. It's a card of not being able to totally see everything, because the truth of the matter is not necessarily one that can be seen. It's one that is intuited, one that you just know. You just know. I'm really being drawn to the fact that her finger is like beckoning this snake. See that? I actually, the feeling I'm getting from this image is almost like a taunt. Not a traditional reading of this card. This is a message for you. There's a taunt. I don't know, I'm feeling like this situation is pushing you. You know what I mean by that? It's like, I'm just gonna move these up. It's like pushing you to some sort of limit. It's like taunting you. It feels like it's taunting you into an old pattern, perhaps. But really, it's the priestess in disguise. Okay? It's your intuition in disguise. It's your guidance in disguise. Coming in and using this situation to show you something very important about cycles that you're trying to bust out of, cycles that you're trying to break free from. You know, here we have fire, we have wands energy, we have creativity. And creativity can't flourish if you're being drilled down in, you know, stuck in the mud. This Knight of Pentacles can be a card of being stuck in the mud. It's a card of very slow movement, almost like slow to a statue. And yet the wolf, that face of the wolf is like ferocious. Here's your ferocity here, Sag. So something is freezing you. And it feels like a very old pattern that you are about to perhaps bust out of allowing a circumstance like this, which feels career related for whoever I'm talking to here, allowing that to influence your mind in such a way that you are like drilled down, that you are stuck, that you can't move. You're busting out of that. And this circumstance that feels like it's out to get you is actually here to help you. It's here to help you. It's here to show you what's going on. All right, let's get some more info for Sag, please, in the month of August. Okay, so we have the Hangman coming out in reverse. It's sort of, I'm going to take it in its regular position here, but I'll read it both ways. So the Hangman, we've got someone tied up. It's coming out right underneath your Five of Swords, and it's going to be the center of your reading here. So it's an important card. It's like mentally you're tied up. Mentally you're kind of stuck in this limbo. Hanging upside down, and I felt that upside down energy as well with the Air card. You need a change in perspective. That's what this card is about. Hanged Man is the myth of Odin. Ties himself to a tree, ties his foot to a tree so he can hang upside down and gain enlightenment. All right, so you're hanging upside down. The blood rushes to your head. The blood rushes to your head so that you get a shift in perspective. That's what you need in this situation. And it's almost like what I felt with the With the priestess, you think this thing is here to taunt you. It's here to teach you. It's here to help you. The priestess always comes to help. She just doesn't always come in the form you expect, or a form that you can easily recognize, because her realm is much more etheric. Whereas the magician is very 3D. You can see the work of the magician. You can't always see visually, but you can see here, and you can see here and here the work of the priestess. So this is really so deeply about intuition, and she's really trying to teach you a perspective shift here, I think, Sag. Three of Cups came out in your pre-shuffle as well. So here we have this energy again. We see three people dancing, and the situation is a little suspect. This is a group of people. This is talking about group dynamics. It can be talking about three's a crowd. It can be talking about too many cooks in the kitchen, because, you know, it can also be a celebratory card. So this energy, this card contains a lot of duality. What I'm intuiting from this is talking about this work situation or this creative situation, this thing that you're trying to build. I think it has to do with the people. It has to do with the people you're trying to collaborate with, or the people you're trying to build with are creating a lot of mental confusion for you. It's tricksy energy a bit. There's like sort of like the priestess over here. There's a similar vibe to me of like things that can't quite be seen. Not everything is being said. Not everything is being revealed. And that's messing with your head. And it's not meant to punish you or hurt you or harm you. It's meant to show you something important about yourself, I think. And about where you need to go here. So let me just show you this card a little closer. Okay. The looks on their faces are a little suspect. We can't see this person. This person's looking off, and this person's looking right at you. In a not like super sweet way, which is why I'm getting some strange vibes over here. There's a group dynamic at play that is not quite working, creating conflict. I see you busting out of that and breaking free of that with the help of the priestess. Yep, busting out, breaking free. More fire energy. Fire energy is your friend in this situation, dear Sag. So this Ace of Wands energy. See that peacock? Or maybe a phoenix? Feels like a peacock to me. This peacock feels like Leo season, by the way, which we are in. It feels like creativity. It feels like showing my plumes for all to see. I think you need to do that. This is the wand that we see here in the Knight of Wands. It's like, take up the wand. Set fire to what needs to be set fire and get out of here. You know, this is a creative, this is also like an inspiring, a passionate new beginning. Aces are potential energy. So there is potential energy for a very passionate, creative, exciting spark of an idea, spark of a new flame, spark of something new. And it feels like that's what the priestess is trying to bring to you. By you breaking free of this situation. That's your perspective shift. That's like, oh, maybe you go off and do something on your own. Maybe you have your own creative endeavor here with this. And if you are feeling that, if you're like working with a group to try to make something and it's really not working out, and you're feeling like going solo, you're feeling like doing your own thing, this reading may be speaking to you of like, yeah, I think you might need to do that. Because this is trailblazing energy. For sure. It's like the Knight of Wands kind of busts out and takes a chance. It's a little spontaneous. interesting here. We've got the Six of Wands. This is victory. So whatever this situation is, you are going to have victory here, I think. More Leo energy here, more fire energy. This is somebody really taking their victory march. And we have another horse. Check it out. It's great. It's great. And actually where they are in the spread, it looks more like this. They're riding towards one another. So this is definitely your ticket out. Cutting through the fog, cutting through the drama, cutting through the smoke with your own fire. Using that wand, and it's the use of that wand, that like very decisive, inspired, exciting new energy. That's what brings you victory here. That's what brings you victory over your muddled confusion. Now, we also have the Libra card. Libra this is sort of confirming that I'm feeling this is some sort of artistic or like, sorry, I'm just working with the lighting here. Creative endeavor. Some sort of career thing maybe. Libra is very much, you can see all the roses and almost like costumes. See all the fabric. Libra is very much about like, let's play dress up. Let's surround ourselves by beauty. Libran humans are often incredibly artistic. Libra has an eye for aesthetic. They know beauty when they see it, you know? Libra also is a people pleaser. Can be. It can be, and honestly, that's the intuitive hit that I got coming out right under this Three of Cups, is I feel like there's people-pleasing energy at play that is perhaps keeping you mentally unsure of which way to go, keeping you stuck, and perhaps that's an old pattern of people-pleasing that's like drilling you down into the mud, further down into the earth, when really you need to be busting free of that fire. So whatever is like coaxing you into these old patterns of people-pleasing and keeping you in mental indecision and kind of drilling you further down into those well-worn trenches of past habits, seems like all that's working against you. But again, it's actually the priestess working for you, because the further you go down, down, down into the earth, you get towards the core and you find your fire, because the core of our planet is fire. So the deeper you get drilled down, you're going to tap that fire and you're going to bust free. So whatever this group situation is, the further it pushes you, the further it pushes you, the further it pushes you, and the more smoke, the more fog, the more you can't see, and it feels like this mental struggle. And you start recognizing your own habits of wanting to please everybody, wanting to keep everybody cool, wanting to avoid conflict, not engage in any sort of conflict. I think that's when you realize what's really going on here. You get the shift in perspective that you need, and that's the dun-dun-dun victory after you find that fire at the core of the earth and you decide to take action and use it. Go off on your own, blaze your own trail, state your opinion on the matter. I feel like I want one more card over here for Sag with this Libra energy. Interesting. Water coming out next to Libra. So we have air and we have water. Yeah, I'm really feeling like your emotions. Maybe check where Libra is in your chart. What's going on in your chart regarding Libra energy? Sorry, it's going to be loud for a second. It's too hot to close the windows. Okay, cool. Let's get some clarity, okay? Maybe there's some emotional manipulation going on in this Three of Cups situation. Like whatever this is, you're sort of maybe you're emotionally invested in this, which is why it's really, really hard for you to like bust forward and say what you need to say or take the action that you need to take. Okay, I think Slow Holler wants to do some clarifying for you in this situation here, Sag. So let's get some clarity for Sagittarius. Let's start off clarifying the Ten of Coins. What's this Ten of Coins situation for Sag? What's showing up here as the environment? All right, whatever this is, again, this is the Four of Swords, but it's showing me that you're all up in your head. This is just confirming that you're all up in your head about this. Processing. See how this person is sleeping with a knife in their hand, sleeping with a knife under their pillow. The knife is being folded up and unfolded over and over and over and over and over. Okay, so it's like you're going over this in your head. What else can we get for the Ten of Coins? What is the Ten of Coins situation? I see how it's affecting you, but what is the situation? What is this? Okay, you're not quite telling us. You're not quite telling me, but here we have awakening. So whatever this situation is, it is meant to be a sort of judgment day for you, which is what I felt with the Priestess coming out. It's like the Priestess, this situation feels crappy, but it's here for your highest good. It's actually here to really help you see something that you seriously need to see. Awakening. Interesting. Because we have a person sleeping here, or at least looking like they are, burying their head in their pillow, processing. It's like you're asleep up in your head about this, and it's like you need to have an awakening about this situation. Wake up. Wake up to what's really going on here. That's what I'm hearing. Wake up to what's really going on. And the Priestess is here to show you what's really going on. Why is the Knight of Coins here for Sag? Why is the Knight of Coins here for Sagittarius? Okay, I don't think that was your card. Why is the Knight of Coins here for Sagittarius for this situation? August 2019. Whoa, got a bunch of cards. Okay. Whatever this is, it's really got you frozen. Okay, I'm getting this image. So, I feel like, and this is pretty specific, we've got the Storm in reverse, which is the Tower card, and we've got the Ace of Stones in reversed. There is like an ace type opportunity, a new beginning type opportunity. I think it's about career that you are preventing, or that you are like not taking, because if you took this opportunity, this new beginning, which is something that's very emotionally sustainable, by the way. It's got a lot of potential. And the Ace of Stones can be anything, because see, this is like raw material. You can mold this into anything. You can mold this into whatever you want with the right creative fire behind it. So here we have this opportunity that, in reverse. You're not taking it. Again, stuck in the mud. You're being drilled down into the earth here, or perhaps you're drilling yourself down into the earth, because again, I think you're afraid to create a shitstorm. Here we have the Storm. See this card? It's like, yeah, it's like a bloody battle. It's kind of like a shitstorm in reverse. I think you're afraid of that. That's what I'm feeling. It's like you taking this new opportunity, or presenting this new opportunity perhaps, is going to cause a storm. And so you're really trying not to do that. But in the process, you're just remaining frozen. You're just remaining really, really, really stuck. You're like, here's the Hermit. You're like keeping it to yourself. You're keeping it in this bubble. And it's funny, the image that I got of this is like the moment when you get drilled so far down into the core of the earth I'm imagining that all this red and white light is the core of the earth, which is quite a beautiful thing to imagine. You get all the way down into the core of the earth, and here you are. And then it's like, here's the egg. Here's the seed of this Ace of Stones. Here's the seed of this new beginning that you find when you're down there, and check out what the Hermit is holding. It's that tiny little flicker of flame. You get all the way down into the core of the earth, and here you find yourself. You find this new idea. You find a new opportunity, a new direction that you could go in. And you find your fire. And you realize what you got to do. You got to rise up out of hermit mode, up out of internal questioning, internal seeking, and you got to get external with this. You got to bust out of the egg with the fire that you got from the core of the earth and light some shit up, basically. Cause that shitstorm that you're afraid to cause. Perhaps. So why is the Five of Swords here for Sag? Why is the Five of Swords here? Okay, interesting. Four of Branches. Why is the Five of Swords here for Sag? Ooh, we have the Student of Vessels. And the Star. Okay. So this is emotional. This is definitely emotional, which is why the Water card came out. There's something emotional about this situation for you, because here we have you offering your heart in a really vulnerable way. You know, this mermaid here, their chest is wide open. And here's those rocky emotional waters down here. The crescent moon speaking to the High Priestess here, that intuitive part of you, and you offering your heart in a container. So there's something about this, like the conflict of this situation is not super safe for your heart, which is what I felt down here with like emotional manipulation. There might be emotional manipulation going on. The Star card is about your hopes and dreams. It's that North Star pointing in the distance, showing you where to go. It's about you having faith in what you desire, in what your dreams may hold for you. And I think it's like this star, again, I'm getting this energy of the Priestess. Something is trying to shine a spotlight on what's going on here. And the spotlight is being shined on this, on your intuition, on the way this situation is affecting your heart, on the ways that you offer your heart and who you offer your heart to. That is in question here. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is like, see all these foxes? Who are you collaborating with for your heart's desire? Because the Four of Wands is all about joy. See all these beautiful blooming flowers? More fire energy, but this time like very collaborative fire energy, and the Four is about building a structure. What is the structure that can house your creative dreams? Who are your collaborators that are really going to help build this structure with you that offers you the most joy, the most freedom, the most creative expression, the most celebratory feelings? I'm not so sure that it's these people that you're currently dealing with. We'll get clarity on that, but a spotlight is being shined on what is the container for your heart. What is a safe space for you to share your heart with the world, and what is the structure for that? I think that's what you're all up in your head about with this situation, because you can feel this isn't right. And so you're all up in your head like, okay, how can I offer my heart? How can I share and express my heart in a way that's safe? How can I share and express my heart in what is the structure? What does it look like for me to express myself? That's what you're all up in your head about. I want to get some clarity on this Three of Cups. What is this situation? Who are these people? What is the Three of Cups dynamic for Sag? Yeah, whatever it is, it's got to end. Ten of Knives. Killed pretty dead in this image. So whatever this is needs to come to an end so that it can sort of transform and transmute into something else, into a healthier situation. This is not a good situation. And it needs to come to an end. Again, like mental swords, mental energy, this mental confusion, maybe people pleasing. Let's get some clarity on this. Maybe emotional manipulation. Why is Libra and the water card here for Sag in this situation? In this reading, why is Libra here? Again, we have more like container for your emotions, container for your heart. This is the Knight of Cups, or the Traveler of Vessels. I'm seeing you taking your heart and going elsewhere. Taking your little fishbowl of your heart, of your emotions, and going elsewhere, because, you know, here we have 3 fish or 3 people, and here we have just one. It's like you and your heart going elsewhere. Riding that white horse right on out of here. Because I do think there's emotional manipulation going on. There's people pleasing going on. This whole dynamic is just not it's not a good look, and it needs to come to a complete end. See if we can get any more clarity on that. The Traveler of Vessels is also someone that really, like the Page of Vessels, the Student of Vessels, it's someone that really wants to express their heart freely. It's sort of that like romantic knight, you know, that wants to just like spout poetry and art and just express all the time. And I don't think this is the situation that's allowing you to do that. Can we get some more clarity on Libra and water? Yeah. 8 of Vessels. It's time to move on. See all these tears being bottled, all these tears being shed, and again, we have the energy of the moon, Priestess. I think the Priestess is presenting you with this situation to really hold up a mirror for you in this and be like, okay, do you still want to keep doing this? Is this seriously what you want to be doing? Because this is not a safe space for you emotionally. This is not the place where you can express your aesthetic in the way that you want to artistically. I'm really feeling like this is a creative thing for somebody. It's got you all up in your head, not sure where to go. You need a safe structure to express your joy and your heart freely, and this ain't it. It's time to move on. Time to move on. All right, so now let's get some clarity on this fire energy. What's this Ace of Wands? What's the Ace of Wands for Sag? Yep, moving into safer waters. I've been waiting for this card in this reading for you. Here you are, moving on. It's almost like this sword, this knife is pointing in the direction that way. This card is typically represented as a boat carrying you to safety. A boat sailing you from rough waters to calmer waters. And we felt that rough waters with the Page of Vessels as well, the Student of Vessels. 6 of Swords, carrying the vehicle that carries you to safety is this new idea. Whatever you discover down there at the core of the earth, you know what I mean? Like the thing that you're really trying not to bust out and say because you're trying to keep the situation like conflict free. No, that's the shitstorm that you need to cause, because it's like whatever this brand new idea is, this brand new beginning, this thing that's going to allow you to just peacock, all right? That is safety for your heart, safe expression for your spirit, for your mind, for your intellect, for your ideas, everything, all right? This, it's all about this, whatever this new opportunity, that Ace of Stones, this Ace of Wands, that's the vehicle that takes you from all this conflict into safer waters, into smooth sailing. So the Knight of Wands, what is the Knight of Wands doing here? Okay, maybe those are for you. Let me see what else. Why is the Knight of Wands here for Sag? All right, let's see what we got. Okay, wow. First of all, 10 of Coins again. This is a depiction of a bunch of people having a dinner party. They're having a dinner party over here. There's a bunch of dishes and stuff just kind of left in the kitchen while everyone's celebrating. And here we have that archway again. It's like a happy home. It came in reverse because I do think whatever this environment is that you are currently in, that you have established, it's like the happy home needs to be upset by what you do. By you charging forth with your new idea, it is going to upset the happy home. And I'm seeing that that is really, really hard for you because here we have a card, 2 cards of holding on tight. That crow is holding on to what they got. There's lots of knots. Holding on. Not wanting to give up their resources. Not wanting to... we've got a lot of sticks and bones, like sort of like keeping you stuck behind here. In the rings of the tree, I'm seeing a well-worn path. Again, I'm seeing cycles. I'm seeing things that you've done in the past. It's like you don't want to lose what you know. You don't want to lose what you have in order to bust forward and do something totally new, totally different, totally radical. Because it does mean kind of upsetting a happy home here. A happy home. How happy is it if you're feeling stuck? If there's like maybe some emotional manipulation going on, or there isn't the proper structure for you to create what you want to create. There's a loss here with the 5 of Stones. It's a feeling of loss. It's like in order to forge forward with this new idea, you got to give something up. And this can also be talking about scarcity thinking. Thinking that if you take this action, you're going to lose everything. I don't think that's true. I think, yeah, some things are going to go. Some things, the storm comes through and it takes some things, but it doesn't take everything. No, it does not. I do want to get some clarity on the Priestess. Why is the Priestess here for Sag? What is the Priestess trying to tell Sagittarius? Knight of Wands again. Trying to tell you to bust out of this joint because look, it's sucking your head right out. That's what I'm seeing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Just wanted to see if there was 5 and 5, but I don't think so. Okay. It's like sucking your head right out. It's got your brain all just occupied and you can't use your head. It's like you got to like smash this sidewalk a little. You got to get a little smashy, cause a little bit of a storm, cause a little bit of an upset maybe. You got to use some fire and you got to get out of here. That's what I'm feeling. You got to get out of here. So all the Priestess is doing is trying to get you here. Trying to get you here. Okay. So we're going to pull a card from the Goliath, the beautiful Goliath shadow deck here. Such a gorgeous deck with beautiful artwork, okay? And what this deck speaks to, so shadow energy, it's the stuff we're afraid of, it's the things that we're a little bit afraid to face within ourselves, within a situation that we're in. And so looking at shadow energy can help us to face some of those fears and see, okay, what is it that I have been avoiding? What is it that I am afraid to acknowledge within myself or within the situation? Because I don't want that to be part of who I am. I don't want that to be part of the truth. But the truth is we all have these sides of ourselves that we're afraid of. And the sooner we integrate them, the more they will be of use to us. And the more whole we will be as a result. So what is the... Okay, 2 want to come out here. Maybe 3. Let's see. Interesting. This freaking, you know, you see how thick this deck is? And this card just wants to come out for all of these readings because, you know, Mercury's still in retrograde. There's still a lot that hasn't quite been revealed yet. I think as August goes along, we're going to get the revelations that we need, the shifts in perspective that we need. But right now, a lot is hidden. So here we have like basically a interpret how you will Rorschach card. It's sort of like whatever you see in this card. What I'm seeing for you in this is an interesting mirror. I'm seeing a face right here. See the eyes and like a beak almost, and like branches coming out. Antlers. So we got a hybrid beast here made of many beasts. Looking into a mirror, into a reflection, and seeing this other beast. See the mouth upside down and the 2 eyes. So this is that interpretation of this card is definitely speaking of looking into the mirror and seeing what you need to see, which is what the priestess is here to do. Seeing what you need to see in this situation. And it brings up a lot of questions. Is what you're seeing real? Is what you're seeing an accurate reflection of the situation, of yourself? What do you need to see in yourself that you didn't realize was there? Okay, like, and the antlers plus a bird figure, there's many facets to this situation, many facets to you that you need to see. I'm really getting strongly that there's something you need to see in this dynamic that's off. And it's like, once you see it, it's like, whoa! Okay? And then it ends. Another card of ending. We had the 10 of Swords coming out under the 3 of Cups saying this situation needs to end. That group dynamic needs to end. And here we have the World, which is the card of like ultimate karmic cycles completing. The cycle is complete. Epically, because this is the final card in the major arcana. This is not just like a smaller ending. The smaller ending, smaller, I'm sure it's going to feel pretty epic for you, but this like 3D earth plane ending has reverb in the cosmos, you know, karmically. And this is a time of wrapping up some pretty major karmic cycles. So I think this is yours, Sag, for sure. Sag, I sound like Jack Nicholson. Okay, let's get some energy here from the Akta Spåman deck. Some little bit of advice for Sagittarius. Okay, number 1 right out the gate. Worrying is suffering twice. And here we have the new moon in Leo on July 31st showing up in the card. Another mirror. Worrying is suffering twice. And this is very much speaking to this 5 of Swords energy of you just being all up in your head. It's very Libran energy of like worrying about the situation. Well, if I do this, how will people respond? And like, will that upset this person? And whatever. Worrying is suffering twice. Cut through that bullshit and just make a choice. What else for Sag? Interesting. More home imagery. More home imagery. This person striking lightning on the home, which speaks to the storm. And the words are, sorry about the lighting, the words are, how bad do you want it? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do for this? You know? Are you willing? Do you have the gumption to cause the shitstorm in order to really shine, in order to go in a new direction, in order to move towards safety for your heart, for the expression of your heart, for the expression of your soul? How bad do you want it? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to do what you're scared of doing? Okay, so now let's get a major arcana card from the beautiful Botanical Tarot for you, Sag, as part of some advice for Sagittarius in August, please. Yay, the sun, Leo energy. Yeah, honey. Okay, this is that peacock energy. This is you in full bloom. This is the light of the sun coming in to illuminate what can't be seen. You know, that priestess energy of like, not everything is as it seems, or not everything can be seen here. We have the sun shining. This is telling you to shine. You need to shine bright. You need to shine out. You need to come out flamboyant and like blazing and just petals everywhere. Like you really do. You need to, and you know, sunflowers, of course, are always turning to face the sun. You need to follow the sun. You need to follow. This feels very much like this card to me. You need to follow that fire. This Leo sun fire. Follow the fire at the core of the earth. The fire that lights our world up in the sky. What lights your world up, Sag? What lights your world up? That's what you are fighting for here. And that's what you need to follow. And it may mean losing some stuff, but if you lose things on the path to follow what brings you light, maybe those things weren't serving you to begin with, you know? The beautiful, beautiful sun card for you here in Leo season, fellow fire sign. I love this. I love it. It's beautiful. So, Sag, that was your reading for August. If you are enjoying these readings, please do click like. It helps this video surf the YouTube algorithm and get out to the other Sages that need to hear this message. If you're enjoying my channel, please do click that subscribe button so that we can stay connected moving forward. There will be more videos posted mid-August. If this sounds like your situation and you want to get more specific, get in touch with me. Let's do a personal reading. I can give you a private video link so we can do it over distance. It's a real simple process. The link for that is my website down below, unseenhandshealing.com, and you can see all your options there and contact me through my website. So thank you again, Sag, for watching. Take care of yourself this August. I'll see you mid-month.